Hello, my name is Kent Field, and thank you for tuning into this YouTube channel, The Bible versus Opinions. God bless you in your search for the truth. While all people have opinions on many subjects, including the Bible and religion, not all opinions carry the same weight or value. For example, would you go to a plumber for his advice on brain surgery? Would you go to a mechanic for his advice on heart surgery? The point is, not all opinions carry the same weight or value on a particular subject. That's why I'm not offering you my mere opinion, but Bible answers alone. So here's the challenge. Are you open to learning beyond your current understanding and knowledge of the Bible? If so, then this channel is for you. If these studies have helped you to grow in your understanding of the Bible, or even life itself, please like and subscribe and share this channel with others so that they too may be challenged and grow in their understanding of the scriptures. I filled up the card.
Oh.
The memory card. Now this part of it. Peter and John, verse 1, were going up to the temple at the 9th hour. So that's about 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Okay.
The hour of prayer. A certain man, by the way, that's a good point. Where do you go to evangelize people? These guys were Christian. They were going into the temple. Why? They were trying to find people there. It was the hour of prayer. They knew they could pray anywhere. They were praying before that. They pray after they get arrested, after this. But the point is, they went to where people were in order to try to get into conversation with them.
Right.
And convert them, even though it's usually getting into an argument with them, as was Paul's custom to debate or argue in the synagogue, in the temple. So they were going up there. A certain man had been lame from his mother's womb, crippled from his mother's womb, and being carried along, whom they used to set down every day at the gate of the temple, which is called Beautiful, in order to beg alms of those who were entering the temple. So that's why he was there. He wasn't there for healing. He wasn't there for miracles. It says, the text says why he was there. Well, you don't know the other reason. No, I don't. I just know the reason why the New Testament gave. That's good enough for me. And when he saw Peter and John about to go into the temple, he began asking to receive what? A miracle. Verse 3.
Alms.
Asking to receive alms. Money. And Peter, along with John, fixed his gaze upon him and said, "Look at us." And he began to give them his attention. So he was begging in a general way. And he saw Peter and John, but he's still looking at other people too, right? So he's still asking. So Peter says, "Look at us." Then he fixed his gaze upon them. He paid attention to them. Why? Expecting to receive something from them. Hey, we're going to give you a couple of dollars. But Peter said, "I don't possess silver and gold. But what I do have, I give you." So it's not a matter of this guy's faith in Jesus. In the name of Jesus Christ the Nazarene, walk. And seizing him by the right hand, he raised him up, and immediately his feet and his ankles were strengthened. And with a leap, he stood upright and began to stumble around like I can walk again. No, he didn't do that. He entered the temple walking and leaping and praising God. And all the people saw him walking and praising God, and they were taking note of him, being the one who used to sit at the beautiful gate of the temple to beg alms. And they were filled with wonder and amazement at what had happened to him. And while he was clinging to Peter and John, he didn't want to, "Oh, you guys are great. I love you." All the people ran together to them at the so-called portico of Solomon,
full of amazement. And then Peter gets to preaching and makes them all upset. Okay, and tells them they need to repent, verse 19. So, the question is, what kind of a miracle was performed here?
Healing.
Healing, what kind of a healing?
And from the birth defect.
Healing from a birth defect, a person who was lame from his mother's birth, mother's womb.
I mean, muscle and everything.
Everything.
Be put back on.
And now he's leaping and walking and leaping and jumping about.
Well, here it actually says strengthened. Like, it didn't say that with the lame hand.
No, it said it was restored whole like the other one.
But this actually says that his legs and ankles were strengthened. Like,
Yeah.
Plus his muscles were actually...
Yeah, well, so you'd have to do the same thing with a withered limb. It's the same thing. You got to put muscle where there wasn't any.
Right.
You got to put things that weren't there, cells that weren't there, just like he did the fishes and the loaves. He had control over the natural physical nature. And the material, he defied the laws of physics. That matter, the law, one of the ladders, I think it's the first law of thermodynamics is matter is neither being created nor destroyed, but only changes form. So when you burn something, it changes form into ash and other things, and then energy and heat and light and so on, but it's still matter. Taking different forms, gas, everything else, but it's still matter. And that gas gets absorbed by the plants and then it goes in a cycle. So, what kind of New Testament miracles performed here? Healing. Did the man healed here struggle to his feet and stumble around as he's healed by the apostles? I've seen that. I've seen Oral Roberts do that. Where people stumble around. Or a deaf person couldn't hear and he said, he's deaf.
You do that to me again, I'm leaving.
Deaf in his right ear.
I'm not even kidding.
Deaf in his right ear. He's deaf in his right ear and he goes, say baby. Now I'm talking in her left ear.
Yeah. When he did that to me, he screamed in my ear.
Say baby. And the guy goes, Baba, Baba. But he was, he wasn't even talking in his deaf ear. That was Ernest Angley was the preacher's name. Did I hurt you? No. I say, baby. Now, what did the man healed here? What did he do? What were his actions? He immediately stood up, was jumping and leaping around. He was so happy that he could be healed that way. Have you ever been a witness to somebody, any case similar? Don't tell me about some guy that was in a car accident and now they threw down his crutch and he stumbles off the stage. We're talking about, and it came to a faith healing service. Or gets wheeled in a wheelchair to there. No, we're talking about somebody that used to put down at the gate so he could get money. And he wanted money. And Peter says, I don't have any silver and gold. But what I can do, I'll give to you. What I have, I'll give to you. Get up and walk.
Yeah. It's also pretty obvious from the way this is written that this guy didn't recognize them. It's not like,
No.
oh, you guys are the apostles that are going around. You know, he didn't know who they were. You know,
No. So, now, today's so-called miracles are usually performed in healing services with much fanfare and sensationalism. Touch the hem of the garment night as the preacher walks up and down the aisles so you could touch his robe. Such sacrilege, such blasphemous. Music is blaring and the drums are playing away and people are getting excited and it's that's what music does. So that's what they do. And then there's falling down and shake, rattling, rolling, and doing the tabernacle hop, I call it. And then falling down, getting slain in the spirit, and knocking down on the ground, and then putting a sheet over them. We're great hoobity-doobity. Okay. Great googly-moogly. Okay. However, Mark chapter 5, verse 43. What's a New Testament miracle? This is the case of Mark chapter 5 and verses 39 through 42, where the little girl.
It's chapter 5, you said?
Mark 5, yeah. He says, Talitha, kum. Little girl, get up. And immediately the girl got up and began to walk, for she was about 12 years old. By the way, he didn't call her a woman. He called her a little girl. Little girl. And how old was she? 12? Somebody like you become like a child in order to enter the kingdom of heaven. And yet there are churches baptizing kids that young and even younger that don't need it. Then when they need it, they're relying on a baptism that didn't mean anything. And hell, here we come. And immediately they were completely astounded because she got up. What kind of miracle was performed here? Was this at a healing service?
No.
No, this was at the house of a little girl where she had just died.
Everything was done in the public arena.
Yeah,
It
Right.
wasn't done.
at religious services.
Right.
Right. What is done with a large... Now, what is done with a large fanfare, music, and special preparation? What is that? A large fanfare, music, and special preparation.
The funeral service?
A show. A show. That's not what was done here.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were talking about like the wailing women and all that.
No, what is done with a large fanfare, music, and special preparation of religious service.
Okay.
But that's not what happened here. Did Jesus tell the witnesses to shout it out from the rooftops? Verse 43, he says he gave them strict orders to tell no one about this. And he said, you should give her something to eat. And what is that to establish, by the way? She's not a zombie.
Right.
She's not a ghost.
Right.
She's not a spook. She's living and she needs to eat some food.
Yeah.
She's healed. She's better. She can eat.
Right.
She probably couldn't eat before.
Right.
Probably really hungry. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, how did Jesus tell these people to react to this miracle?
Keep it a secret.
Keep her a secret and give her something to eat. No big deal. I mean, it's a big deal, but...
Well, that's kind of why he wanted them to keep it a secret.
Right.
It's a really big deal.
Mark 7. And again, how long did it take for her to get up? Oh, I prayed for her. You know, in about a week or so, she'll get better. The stink will go away. Mark 7, verse 32 through 36. Well, we'll start with, And they brought him one who was deaf, and spoke with difficulty, and they entreated him to lay his hands upon him. And he took him aside from the multitude by himself. And he put his fingers into his ears. And he said, "Say baby, say baby." No, he didn't say that.
Thanks for being a part of that study segment. I promise you that, Lord willing, there's more to come. With the understanding that the mind can only absorb what the seat can endure, Many of these studies have been broken up into a series of bite-sized segments. So be sure to look for the next segment in each Bible study subject, so you won't miss out on any important information. Please like and subscribe if you feel that this lesson's helped you, and God bless you in your search for truth.